What the Hoge is going on, guys? How's everyone doing? Have some pretty cool Hoge updates. But a lot of crypto news, really. So, first thing I want to get to is just a pretty big thing. Ray DeLeo said, right? He's a Bridgewater Associates, one of the largest hedge funds in the world, right? He wrote a book, and he wants to sell his book. This is my opinion. So I'm assuming a little bit of this is because of he wants to get some book sales. But he said, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin is outlawed like gold was outlawed in 1934. And if you guys don't know, gold was you weren't allowed to own gold from 1934 until I think 1970. Gerald Ford repealed it so you could have gold again. And basically they didn't want people lending gold. They weren't able to tax gold. They weren't able to get their pound of flesh, you know. So so and the same thing is kind of happening with Bitcoin and the Ray Dalio, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, but that's what he said, you know, and it makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, India is trying to had that thing about. I guess India tries to do that every year. They try to ban cryptocurrency. So I don't know. You know what I mean? But it could just be this guy trying to sell his books, you know. But he said every country treasures its monopoly on controlling supply and demand. Right? Every country treasures its monopoly on controlling supply and demand. So, you know what I mean? It makes sense. But who knows? You know what I mean? But if Bitcoin's banned for 40 years, like gold was banned for 40 years, well, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're not going to be able to, we're going to be done, I guess. I don't know. What would you do? So, I want to talk about Safemoon. Safemoon, right? Everybody's talking about Safemoon. Amount of Safemoon wallets are going up like crazy. I want to talk about Safemoon a little bit, okay? I'm not an expert on Safemoon by any means. I'm not even an expert on crypto by any means. I'm not an expert on anything by any means other than, I don't know, hot wings or something. I'm an expert on hot wings, right? So anyways, apparently with Safemoon, right, there's a 10% tax, right? A 5% redistribution, 5% goes to pancake. The 5% gets cut in half gets sold, and then it goes into the liquidity pool. It becomes an LP token, and it's on the pancake exchange, right? And it covers liquidity for pancake. So when you buy, there's a 10%, and when you sell, there's a 10%. So that's 20%. That's a chunk, guys. That's a huge chunk, right? And if Safemoon ever got on another exchange, how would that work? You know what I mean? It works on Pancake. It only works on the Pancake swap. It's not going to work anywhere else. Now, listen, this is even with Hoge. If Hoge got on something like Gemini or Robinhood, what would happen? Would we get our redistribution? I don't think so. You know what I mean? It would be a lot of work to make that all work. And it just, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know, you know. But I don't see Safemoon growing, and I feel like it's going to hit a plateau, and it's going to plateau. It's just my opinion, guys. This is what I think. If you guys think different, tell me, and you know, change my mind. But that's my opinion, you know, and that's just what I see, you know. The percentages are way too high. It's too much of a risk. If you transfer your Safemoon out of Binance and you go to another wallet, you lose 10%. You send it back, you lose another 10%. That's nuts. It's 20% gone in one transfer. I don't know, man. I'm not really. I don't know. I don't feel it. You know what I mean? So, admittedly, I didn't buy it because I just can't get Binance in my state. You know what I mean? But honestly, I don't know. I dodged a bullet. I don't know. Not super into the Safemoon chart. The whole market's going up. And Safemoon didn't go up today, you know. It seemed like the market peaked about 2 hours ago or something, and now some stuff is going down. But Hoge has been following the market. Hoge has been following market trends pretty closely, and I like to see that because that just kind of gives me a sense of stability that it's following the market, and there's not other factors really changing the price, right? Doge. I want to just mention Dogecoin, right? Now, the developers of Dogecoin, right? They're working to get code straightened out for Doge to get on the coinbase. I don't know how accurate this is. Somebody sent it to me. I tried to do some research, but they're talking about it. It's just so much info gets thrown around, and people will read something and they'll claim it's a source. I don't think it's a source. I think a source should be someone you need to speak to, and that's a source. But you know what I mean? Newspapers are just using tweets as sources these days, so who knows? So yeah, that's the Dogecoin. And then I want to get on to Hogecoin, right? Olivier Hance. Well, like I said, I spoke to Sacred Heart Luxembourg this morning. And they know Olivier Hance. He's not a professor there, but he is a speaker. He does lectures, stuff like that. And hey, the guy said he just saw him in February. So the guy's around. Maybe he doesn't have a huge social media presence. Who knows? I mean, he had a big social media presence up until the 2017. But hey, look. And then someone mentioned to me, he said, hey, I've been in contact with the guy. He showed me the emails that went back and forth. Apparently, the Hance guy is going to give he's gonna talk to the community. So it's gonna happen. So we'll give it some time, because listen, guys, like I said, you can't be in these echo chambers. You can't just keep hearing the same thing. You got to listen to other people. You have to take other factors into consideration, okay? This is how bad things happen in societies when these echo chambers get so strong and no one can play devil's advocate and see what the other people are thinking. What is the other side like, right? You need to really, that's why debate is very important. And if you want to debate one side of a topic and the other person wants to debate the other side of a topic, I always say switch. The side that you feel good about, the side that they feel good about, switch. And get you guys to argue each other's side positively. And then you'll start getting into that person's head and understanding, they do have a point. I do like what they're thinking, Another thing I want to talk about is capital gains tax. A lot of us did good this year. This was a good year. 2020 was a great year. 2021, I think it's going to be a good year too. But I'm concerned that there might be tax laws come April of next year, so about a year from now. I'm afraid there's going to be some changes in tax laws. I don't know what tax bracket you guys fall into, but I have a feeling the capital gains tax is going to be a thing, because Joe Biden campaigned on raising taxes. Like, he wants to raise taxes, and people voted for him. I don't understand it. People complain about taxes, and then they vote for the guy that wants to raise taxes. I don't really understand. But hey, you know what I mean? It's not my thing. I don't really follow. I don't follow politics. So if you made good gains, you need to be real careful with what you do with your money next year, because come tax season, 2021 tax cycle, right? It's going to be paid in 2022. It might really whack you. It might really whack you. So be careful. Watch your capital gains. Try to try not to make it in 1 year, because you guys, if you make the money in 1 year, they're gonna hit you. It's probably gonna go up. So just be safe. Governor Cuomo, New York, he is talking about fast tracking legalization of marijuana. So I'm looking at like Sundial. I'm looking at some marijuana funds. I like Sundial, man. I don't know why. I like Sundial. I did really good with Sundial about 3 months ago. And you know what I mean? I just dig Sundial. I know their business plan. I know what they're doing. I like hemp. It's a penny stock. It's an over-the-counter stock, HEMP. hemp company, I like them too, you know, and I think when marijuana gets legal on a federal level, I think things are really gonna blow up. I think people are gonna make a lot of money. Now I don't know when it's gonna get legal on a federal level, but it could happen. It could happen with this administration that's in right now, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how things go, you know. But definitely legalization in New York is a great thing. We all know Governor Cuomo and his you know, he likes to put COVID patients in old folks' homes and I guess wipe out the old folks, except his mother. But who knows? You know what I mean? At least if he legalizes marijuana, that'll be one good thing the guy did. But it would be nice if some of the money went to schools, went to education. I think that would be a lot better than having all the money going to the state to just get blown, because government is just so inflated. You know what I mean? If you guys had $1 million, right, and you want to make money and you want to invest that $1 million, would you give it to like a entrepreneur, capitalist entrepreneur, or would you give it to a government official? I mean, that's a pretty standard question. You give it to Bernie Sanders or you give it to Elon Musk? Your money. You know what I mean? What do you think would happen if you gave it to Bernie Sanders? It would give it. I mean, you guys know the monkeys and the bananas and the lazy monkey and the hard-working monkey, socialism. I'm sure you guys know that story. You know, if you don't, I'm not going to tell it. But so, you know, I just think that's great. You know, and one thing, I'm in Connecticut, and I really don't like the marijuana laws here. You need a medical card, and you need to have a medical card to get it. If you don't, you'll get in trouble. If you have more than, I think, half an ounce. I don't smoke marijuana, so. But anymore. Yeah, so it's the reason for this. Connecticut's the insurance state. There's more insurance companies in Connecticut than any other state. So it only makes sense that you would need to go to a doctor. Doctor gets paid. Insurance companies get paid. All these people get paid. If you want to smoke your marijuana, it's not just going to be recreational. So it just makes sense. I don't think it'll ever be recreational in Connecticut. I don't. You know, not for a long time anyway. It's just how this state is. It just is a bummer. But, you know, have a great day, guys. God bless. Stay green. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.